You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now, TSPN's Amador This Week's Out and About. This local television coverage is proudly brought to you by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort. And by Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2. And now, Amador This Week's Out and About on TSPN.
Buongiorno, as they say in Italian. Beautiful day in the Shenandoah Valley, and today is the beginning of the Big Crush, and we are out here for a day of sunshine, wine, and wonderful people. So come along with us. We're bringing it to you from TSPN TV, and join us. I'm here with the beautiful Terry. See, I upgraded you. Yeah, I promoted you, kid. And we're out here, and we are having so much fun at the Cooper Vineyards today. And what a great crowd you have.
We do. We
the
really
weather
do.
is magnificent. The people are having fun, and they're buying wine like crazy. So it's a good day, Terry.
It definitely
It's
is.
great. Now, what do you have here, my dear?
We're fermenting Zinfandel here. Where we crushed them about 3 days ago. And after we crushed them, we add some yeast to them. And the yeast used the sugar in the grapes to produce carbon dioxide, alcohol, which we love in our wine, and some water vapors. So this will happen on a larger scale for about 8 to 10 days. And we started off with the Brix, which is the sugar level, in about the 20, 25, 26, 27, I'm not exactly sure. Then what we do, as the yeast eat the sugar, the alcohol goes up and the sugar goes down.
Right.
And when the sugar goes to negative, usually -1 or -2.
Then you've got your good wine.
We do. We know that if we're going to have a nice dry wine with no residual sweetness to it. And after that, it will go through some other testing, and it will have a malolactic bacteria introduced to it. And then we'll put some oak in it, and in a couple years we'll be enjoying it.
Now, Terry, do you use a specific type of yeast, or is it just, most people think Fleischmann's, you know, off the shelf?
There's a variety of yeast, and they're developed just for making wine. And our winemaker, who is Mike Rosner, he is expert on selecting the type of yeast that matches the characteristics of that varietal, and also to enhance certain things like color and flavor.
Right. So, and then you do introduce other elements, chemicals to the wine. I shouldn't use the word chemicals.
We put some bacteria in it for malolactic fermentation.
Right.
And then when we're finished with the primary fermentation, we also age it in oak barrels. And some of them are French oak, and some of them are American oak. And it's the winemaker's tricks of the trade about how he wants the final product.
And now people are even using the stainless steel barrels. Am I correct?
The stainless is used a lot for white wines, especially since they like to do the fermentation of the white wines at cooler temperatures. And so they can control the temperature better in stainless. Right. But some people are using plastic now. And
really?
Yes, and then they'll add like oak chips or pieces of oak staves in there for the different types of flavors.
Darn, I know. I think psychologically, being full-blooded Italian and grew up.
Me too. Look at the nose.
There you go. Yeah, we got the same profile. It's that you have to have the cork, you have to have the oak barrel. You know, you have to have that. It makes you feel. I don't know if it's psychological or whatever, but you feel different when you see the stainless steel or you see the plastic.
Yeah,
and
different people take it differently.
The screw top. Matter of fact, I've got 2 Band-Aids on. My son came up last night. My stepson came up last night, and I was doing the screw top and the wrapping around it. It cut my fingers and everything, and I thought, nah, you got to go back to the cork. But evidently,
there's all kinds of people that feel on both sides of the argument. So I just kind of say, hey, do you like the final product and how it tastes?
That's exactly
right?
it. And they say that you can't tell the difference if you use a plastic or stainless or the different type of oaks from the different areas, that you really don't get the different taste, because they do introduce the oak chips and whatever when they're doing the fermentation. So it works out.
Skill.
And this is going to be a
Zinfandel. And these are grapes. These are Zinfandel grapes, and we're comparing them with Primitivo.
Beautiful.
You can notice some difference, though. So when you look really close, These have tighter clusters. And
yes, they do, and this is the looser cluster.
And this also has some green on it. It has some very ripe, almost raisins. And so a characteristic of Primitivo is uneven ripening, and where the zins are more
condensed.
Condensed, yeah.
Right.
Dick calls them hand grenades.
Yeah, no kidding, because you ever got hit with one of those.
There's a little bit of difference in the leaf structure, but the take-home message on these is that they're different. They're not genetically identical. However, they originate from the same plant stock that came from Croatia about 200 years ago.
Wow.
The Primitivos went from Croatia over to Italy, and they were grown in the 1800s, and then the Zinfandel came to the United States around the 1800s. Same parent grape, but they took different paths, and they were cultivated differently. The Zinfandel made its way across from Long Islanders when it first came into the country, I believe. It came west with the guys that were looking for the gold rush, and then it was planted here in California, and it's really identified with the state of California.
Now,
We're
the
very
Zin
proud
grape has a little bit more of a bite to it.
Taste it?
No. No, been there, done that.
Yeah. A lot of it depends on how they mutated over the years.
I taste it when it's in liquid form.
I can fix you up on that too.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. It's really good. As a matter of fact, we may have just a little taste of it.
Well, whenever you're ready, I can set you right up.
But this is great. So in a couple years, we're ready to go with this.
Right.
That is wonderful.
So this is about 3 days old. It'll take about a week to, depending on temperature, to keep going. And today down at the production facility, they were making Barbera that they picked this morning. So
Barbera is a good hearty wine.
That's what we're famous for.
Yeah, you do have a great Barbera. It's very good. And you people do a fine job out here. Terry, thank you so much for spending some time with us.
It was really
great.
Fun. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, honey. I'm here with one of my neighbors, Dan, who I ran into here at the Cooper Vineyards. And Dan, you were talking about you're like a wine connoisseur. You love wine.
Well, I love to drink wine, so I guess that makes me one.
Go for it. They'll believe anything we tell them out there. What is your favorite wine?
Zinfandel is really my favorite wine, and this is Zinfandel heaven around here.
Yes, it is.
The best Zinfandel in the world is grown right here, and the wines are superb. So you can't go wrong if you like Zinfandel.
Right, absolutely. This area is really knocking it when it comes to the reds, because they're doing a great job. And people talk about, wines from the Napa Valley and different places, and you know what, I think that we're really giving them a run for their money.
Well, I was going to say, you can drive 100 miles and spend $50, or you can drive 10 miles and spend $12, and get better wine. The Barberas here are also, and the Primitivas are coming along really well.
They're wonderful.
So the red wines, this is red wine heaven. But I've also noticed that they're starting to get some really nice white wines, Pinot Grigios.
Yes.
And some of the Chardonnays aren't as oaky as you'll find up in Napa, and I'm not particularly keen on an oaky Chardonnay. So.
The thing is that when you can start tasting the oaky taste to it, and I don't mean to offend anybody from the South when I say oaky, but when you get the taste, then to me it's been overdone.
Really?
Because the wine should, when it hits your palate, it should be very light. And it should be hearty with the reds, but the whites, you have to be careful, because you can get that bite to it, and that's not what a white, you don't want that bite.
We tend to drink whites in the summertime. It's a little bit warmer, you can chill them down a little bit, and it's a little more refreshing. So yeah, all of that oak taste is just wasted on it if it's chilled down anyhow. So we just have a clean citrus taste is better for us than an oak taste.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, we learned a lot from you, kiddo.
Well, thank you.
And keep tasting and having fun.
Yes, we only have 10 more to hit today, and then we'll start again tomorrow.
That a boy. That's what I want to hear. That's what they want to hear.
Yes.
That's for sure. Well, give your lovely wife my best, and
I'll
be seeing you soon.
Well, thank you very much.
Dan and I, we work together.
Yes.
We work together on the road crew.
We chop up brush.
Yes, we're out there on the brushing crew, and we have a lot of fun out there.
Well, it's good seeing you.
You too, my dear.
All right.
And keep drinking.
All right, thank you.
I should tell you that, but keep drinking. Here with Jerry Cooper, and we got a great education. We were talking to Terry.
Yes.
And she was back there, and she gave us a great education on she's making a Zin right now, and it looked fantastic.
Isn't that beautiful?
How was the crop this year?
Beautiful. My dad has tons of grapes. In fact, we have more than we've ever had. It's gorgeous. Last year we had the rain and the terrible weather. We are so happy, and my dad is he's ecstatic.
It looks fantastic. It looks great. Now tell me about the different sizes of wine I mean, everybody knows the standard bottle, but you have smaller bottles of wine?
Oh, we do. We have 2 wines that we pour. We do a Dicembre and a Dolce, and this is a 375 here, and this is a little dessert wine. And this has been on oak for 4 years, and this is great. It's sweet, but if you do it with something spicy like Thai food,
yes,
wonderful.
Or dessert,
yes, wonderful there. And then we have another one called Dicembre. So these are our 2,
which is December in Italian.
Yes, and this is fun. This is our dessert wine, and sorry, I'm kind of.
That's okay.
Gonna get a little nervous here. Late Harvest Petite Syrah, and it's mixed with great spirits, and it's fabulous. Great in brownie mixes.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? People are doing more and more cooking, baking, everything with wine.
They are.
Me, and it's great. So they can come out to here and they can pick up a bottle of each and then their favorite wine to boot.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm glad to hear it was a great harvest year.
My dad and our winemaker are thrilled. Michael Roaster's our winemaker.
Yes.
He's doing a beautiful job.
Wonderful. And you've got a beautiful crowd here today. They're having fun and everybody's just having a ball. Coming through the Shenandoah Valley here, we saw so much traffic. So there's many, many people out there, and I know they're going to stop by here because you're number 1 on everybody's list. So that's great. Well, Jerry, thank you so much for taking time out. I know you're busy, so we'll let you go, kiddo.
Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm here with my partner in crime. I caught up with you.
Yeah, and I think I'm usually the one that's involved in the crime. I don't know if it's you or not, but it's definitely a partner.
Yeah. I'm going to hand you the microphone because I want to say hi to my lovely friend over there.
Okay. And
introduce your better half.
Better half, also known as Tennille.
Hello.
And Miss Tennille, what is your favorite wine?
I don't know. I think I like them all.
So we have a drinking problem. Is that what you're telling me?
Not at all.
No, but do you like you're a red person. You like the reds.
Yeah, in fact, we started off, we had one taste of a lighter red, maybe a rosé or something, and then from then it's been red since then.
Yeah, I like just a little bit of. I like to taste all of them, but I'm not a big drink. I can't handle a lot of liquor.
Yeah, I can tell you.
As most people can tell.
We've had some great tastes today.
What were you just drinking before I got here?
We're here at Dillian, and we tried the Zinfandel, I believe, and
got a good kick.
Yeah, it's exceptional, and it's just you know what this is today is realizing how great it is to live in Amador County.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
the places we've been, and inside here they've got a display of a wine barrel that they cut out and put lights inside, and it holds wine bottles and a couple glasses.
How cool.
And just it really a day like today really helps you appreciate.
Yeah, and what's nice, it's in our backyard.
Yeah, that's like you say, that's the best part about it.
Right. I was talking to Dan a little while ago, and Dan was saying, he was mentioning, you can go to Napa Valley, spend $100 in gas, $50 for a bottle of wine or whatever. Why? When you have this here, and I think our wines are superior. I really do. I think they're very, very good. And
being in the sign business, I do a lot of work for a lot of these guys, so I've tried a lot of different wines, and they bring it around the shop when you do some work or something, and it's actually even at the state fair. I mean, Bella Grace just took
absolutely
the double gold. You just and more wineries from Amador County won at the state fair than any other county.
Yeah,
and it's right here where we live.
And what I like about a lot of our local wines is that you don't have to go by that rule of thumb. Like if you're going to have a white wine with fish or with pork, and the hearty reds with beef or whatever, it's whatever you like. Right. And I think that's the one thing that we've gotten away from. Is that we're informal here, and if a person likes to turn around and have a little white wine with a steak, be my guest.
Right. Through the hot summer, I don't really drink white wine, so I tend to put a cube of ice in my red wine, and on days that are maybe 95 for sure or hotter, I'm going to cool the wine down, and a lot of people don't do that, but that's just something that I do.
Stick it in there, put a straw in there, and just go for it. It's like you're drinking a malt.
Right, exactly.
There you go.
So,
and let me ask Tennille a question. Tennille, you know a lot about the food industry. Am I correct? And do you find that that's true, that you can mix the wine with different types of foods that you eat?
Yeah. I do. I pretty much don't follow that rule. I think me and Cam like the red wine, so we'll eat it with fish or sushi sometimes.
Right. Actually,
McDonald's.
The one thing that I did do was Tennille got me to stray away. I used to drink red wine and eat sushi because I'm a red wine drinker.
But now we've changed.
But Alan, Sprinkles and Tennille both said you should try the sake with the sushi, and that is definitely I've gone that way with that.
Now, I worked for a Japanese firm when I lived in Southern California. So the first time I was introduced to sake was through them, and it was hot. You know, and me, I just thought it was just like a clear lake. I flew out of that restaurant. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. That stuff was unbelievable. But Alan was telling me, as well as you, that you can drink it cold.
Right. Yeah, we drink it cold.
See, I would like it cold.
And you know, when it gets to be, well, just like I do the red wine, when it gets to be a little colder through the winter, I bet we're gonna heat it up.
Yeah. Well, the
things are gonna be heating up around the house.
Well, I think they're heating up 365 days a year, but that's okay. But now, isn't sake to me is like grappa? Have you ever had grappa? It's really clear. It's what they use the leftover from the wine, and they make this really butt-kicking
backyard grappa.
Oh man, I tell you, it's
knock down a horse.
It's a hoedown. Oh, there she is. She's down. She's been drinking that stuff. It's bad. It's bad for you. My grandfather used to make it when he first came over from Italy, and that stuff it'll kick you. That's too much for me. I can't take that. But do you notice there's a lot of people out this year?
There is, and what I've heard is there's a lot of people that are attending that haven't attended before, which is like the best thing that we could hear.
It's great, right?
You know, that's as far as local economy and things like that. Bringing visitors from the valley that haven't been here before.
Right. Well, and that's what we need. We need people to come and to see that the Shenandoah Valley is just as magnificent, if not more so. And like I said, I think that our wines kick it better than Napa Valley. I think that they've got the name, and they were the first, let's face it.
Right.
And they've got the reputation, the name, but I think we're starting to make a big name for ourselves, and we've got a good reputation. Except for you and I.
Right. It shows in Sutter Creek having 5 or 6 tasting rooms now.
Yes.
Right there in Sutter Creek. So Sutter Creek, and what's kind of funny is if you go back, Murphy's, which is a booming little small town destination. I think 15 or 20 years ago, Murphy's wanted to figure out what they were going to do, and they looked to see what Sutter Creek was doing, and they modeled what they were going to do off of Sutter Creek. Well, they did that, and then they expanded with the wineries and the tasting rooms, and now it's
all over there.
And it's you go to Murphy's and it's packed.
Right.
Now Sutter Creek is kind of going, they followed us. Now we're gonna, and I think it's a great thing for Sutter Creek, and Jackson too. It's about the same thing.
I do feel that more and more people are appreciating the Shenandoah Valley wines, and you see them all over now in shelves, even outside of our area, which I think is really important, and it's getting our name out there, and it's getting a good product out there. So I think that we should still keep pushing it and doing what we got to do. And the more and more people, we've spoken to people, as you know, when you go out and interview, and when I go out, there are people out there. I've interviewed people from Australia that were visiting here, that came here, England, different states. Lots of people from the valley. I mean, Sacramento, Folsom, all over come up here. So I think we're doing a pretty good job, and we're going to continue. As long as they keep you and I away from the public, we're okay. As a matter of fact, we got a lot of compliments. Even Mike said that that we do a good job together and we have fun, and we do have a lot of fun. And John and Tennille pull their hair out with us, but we have fun.
Right. I think Tennille just doesn't watch. She's like, no, I'm not going to even admit that the guy on that show has anything to do with me.
Yeah. Well, no, she'll claim you in a heartbeat, I'm telling you. Thank you too very, very much, Tennille. It was wonderful seeing you again, my dear. Take care of my I call him my bonus child, my son here, for me. And you guys keep having a good time, and give Mama my love.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my dear.
What am I?
You making raviolis?
No, we're not. We're cooking them.
You're cooking them.
We already made them this last week.
What kind are they?
These are going to be pumpkin. pumpkin, and we got some sage and garlic and butter sauce going on them. And we're going through a bunch of them today. I don't know. I hope I don't run out by 5 o'clock.
Let me ask you a question.
Yo.
What type of wine would you serve with these?
Any type you like.
Yeah, see?
Everybody comes in and says, hey, what kind of wine you supposed to drink with these things?
True Italian.
Whatever you like. The blacker, the better, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
The blacker, the better. Hello, Tom. How you doing? I just saw you last night, didn't I?
Yes, you did. He's out and about all over the place.
I know. He's out and about. He had a
so
fun
how long
game
did it take you to make all these?
Well, I did these last week. We're offering pumpkin at the ravioli shop, so, you know, we just do a few extras and get them over here. Because we try to do this in the autumn when they have the big crush. When we do behind the cellar door, we do a different kind, so. But everybody comes for the pumpkin ravioli and the good wine.
Now, do you use a regular pack or use a puree?
I use a pumpkin pack, and when I can get it, pure pumpkin. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And there's 3 or 4 different cheese. Secret sauce.
Oh, sure.
Secret.
Yeah,
you know, being Italian, you don't tell anybody, right?
Zito.
No, okay.
All right, I'm going to let you get back to cooking.
Have a good one.
Ciao.
All right.
Take care. Mr. Anderson.
Hello, Susie.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. You've got a big crowd here today,
big crowd.
kiddo.
It's big day here.
Yes,
in the whole valley.
What are you pouring? What is the favorite here?
Well, all our wines are handmade in small batches. We start with Barbera. We go to a blend called Sorella, which is Zinfandel and Petit Syrah, Syrah, and then 2 Zins that are estate grown, and then we end with Primitivo.
And the Primitivo is a blend?
No, Primitivo is a grape.
A grape?
An Italian varietal.
Okay, great. That sounds wonderful. Now, what do you pour the most? What is the people's favorite here?
Barbera and Primitivo.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. That's great. Now, how was your harvest this year? Because everybody's saying it was fantastic.
Excellent. We had a bumper crop, great looking fruit. This year should be terrific in a couple of years when it's released.
Good. And a little crushing coming a little bit later in this year, or we're just about done?
We're just about done. Just have another maybe 2 weeks, and then everything will be. And then all these guys can go on vacation.
Yeah, you bet, and gladly, and sit down and have a glass of wine. Now, do you have any specialty white wines that you do?
We do. We make a Sauvignon Blanc, but we're out. It sells out very quickly.
It's got a good blend,
yes.
Good taste to it. Yeah. Very, very good. Now, does your sin the grapes? Do you have anything special that you do when you're ready to harvest your grapes?
No, we rely on the Shenandoah Valley fruit, and that's the key to the success of these Zins.
Well, we have the perfect weather for it. You know, and the climate, the earth, everything is just perfect for our grapes.
And all our wines are handmade. It's very inefficient. It's been fermented, and no big tanks or anything. And it's labor intensive, but it pays off.
Yes, it does. And you know, you can tell by the taste. It has just that good, hearty. You know that a lot of love and work went into that
Classic
wine.
Amador Zins.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Well, Kurt, thank you so much, and you've got a busy crowd here. I appreciate you taking the time and spending a few moments with us. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I'm here with Chris, and Chris, tell us about this wonderful winery that you are operating all this beautiful wine at.
Well, we opened up in May of 2009, and we've just been after it ever since. It took us 4 years to open. This is our dad's place. My sister and I do the winery, and our dad does the old cars and tractors. So we've just been having a kick with it, and expanding, doing the picnic area, and new tasting room here next year. So
good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
So you've been here you're just a baby at this.
Yeah, just a little over 3 years old. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And I see you have a lot of wonderful ribbons for your wine. What is your specialty?
Well, Primitivo is what we grow here on the property, and we have the Primitivo is good. The Zin is Old Vine Zin. We have our 454 is our first blend. It's our best seller right now, and we just enjoy the wines. Tempranillos are fabulous. Our winemaker is Joe Schabel, and he does a fabulous job.
Wonderful. Now, what does most of people prefer? You do have a white wine at your winery?
We have a Pinot Grigio, and we're coming out with a Viognier this fall.
Oh, good. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
So, are you like me, where you tend to think that most people lean towards the reds more than the whites?
They do, but there's some people that come up and just want whites. So that's why we went to a second white.
Great.
But the reds up here are fabulous. So we went to a second white.
Great.
But the reds up here are fabulous, you know, with the Zins and the Primitivos.
Oh, we've got the perfect climate, the earth.
Yeah.
The earth.
Phenomenal stuff.
You just name it, we have it, and that's why we are producing such wonderful, hearty and robust, and the taste is magnificent. It's such a good earthy taste, you know, because the grapes are so perfect.
Oh, yeah, it's just nice, small families, and you get the time to take, you know, care of your wine, you know, as you let it age. So.
Now, are you doing the traditional old oak and barrel routine, or are you going to the new stainless and?
No, stainless only for fermentation.
Yeah, the fermentation.
Right, and that's all that's for.
And they do a lot of whites. Am I right? In the whites in the
steel. Yeah, there's some people doing a little bit of oak with whites. Like I almost did half of our Pinot Grigio in oak. But didn't choose to go there that year. So yeah.
I'm from the old school. I like to see the bod. I like to see the cork in the bod, you know, and do the old fashioned. Yeah.
Got the tire track on it. So
I know that is so cute.
I didn't know.
Tommy, I'll have to get a look at that.
We got the tire track on the label.
How cute is that?
So we always tell everybody our dad drove over these with his truck, and then he used the tricycle for the cork. So you know.
Isn't that cute? And who came up with this wonderful idea? What a great
gal by the name of Tina Ficara out of Santa Rosa.
Absolutely magnificent.
Yeah, she did a fabulous job. And I worked for 2 years for a label, and she did it in about a week and a half. So it was fabulous.
My gosh, that is a great label. First, you know? Yeah, really saved you a lot of that time. Yeah. Well, I thank you very much for spending some time with us, and good luck to you. And we'll be checking on you next year and see how everything's progressing.
Very good.
Great. I'm here with Jeff, and Jeff, you're the keeper of the kegs, as I call you.
That's what some people call me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Among other things, but these are the better things.
These are the wines that are being aged to be bottled in the spring.
Right. Now, how long have they been in these barrels?
They've been in these barrels since February, and they'll be in the barrels until spring sometime after the winemaker decides they're ready to go.
And these are pure oak?
Yes. We use a French or an American oak.
Yes, I've been reading about that, and a lot of people use the French oak, or they are domesticated oak.
That's correct. The French oak has a peppery taste to it that people like. Our Primitivo, we usually use a French oak, and it comes out nice and peppery and tasty.
It has that little bite to it.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people just take it for granted that it's in an oak barrel and that's it. But if you use different oaks from different places, your grapes pick up that taste, and it gives you the different wine, you know, the bite to the taste.
You'll find people that come up here to taste the wine, and they can tell you whether it's a French oak or an American oak. And it's very interesting because some people very much like the French, but they don't like the American, and then there are other people who like the American oak flavor who don't like the French.
See, I wouldn't.
And what you really have to do is put them both together and taste them, and then you'll notice that there's a huge difference between them.
Now, see, Jeff, I wouldn't mess with those people, because if they know the difference between a French oak and a domesticated oak, I don't mess with them. They know more than me.
It only takes a taste to become an expert at it.
Yeah? Well then
there's
maybe
probably some people who argue with me, though.
Well, thank you, Jeff. That's very interesting, and thank you for enlightening us and spending some time with us.
Well, thank you.
And have yourself a little glass later.
Oh, I just take a wine thumb of it.
There you go. Yeah, there you got it. Rudy, you are the owner of this wonderful winery.
The whole property.
The whole property. And you've been doing this just for a few years, am I right?
I bought the property in '93. There wasn't anything up here. And I started at that time, had a house brought up, did a lot of grading, and along the way planted all the trees. There wasn't a tree up here.
Wow.
And then in '99 I planted the vineyard, and by 2005, that was our first crush for the winery.
I love your label.
Hey.
That is a great label.
My son has to take credit for that.
Yes, he said that he worked with someone and they came up with it, and it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, what was the hardest thing for you? I'm sure making the decision was easy because it's a passion, but what was the hardest thing for you to vision when you started all of this?
I didn't have a vision. Like I said, I kind of stumbled from one idea to another.
Great.
And here
look
I
how
am.
successful it is.
And the old cars I've collected all my life, So
beautiful.
That's where the name came from.
It's fantastic the way that you took two passions and combined it into one. You did a great job. Well, Rudy, you have a wonderful, wonderful crowd here today, and everybody's having fun. So thank you so much for spending time with us, and good luck to you in the future, and we'll be checking on you in the future.
All right.
How long have you been out here at this winery?
Well, we started in 95, so it's been 17 years. We opened our door in 97.
Wonderful.
And
that's great.
And before that, I just made wine for home use.
Great. Now, what is your specialty? What do you do that's special that you like to tell our viewers?
Of course, the Zinfandel came from where I came from.
Yes.
Which is Croatia.
Right.
So you could say Zinfandel is a specialty of Amador County also. But we do Syrah, we do Sangiovese, which we're out of now.
Which is beautiful wine. That's a beautiful wine.
It is a beautiful wine.
Great taste in your mouth.
It is. Yeah, I'm sorry we don't have any. We're all out of it now.
That's okay. You keep making it though, because that is a #1
Oh, you
seller.
bet. You bet.
Beautiful
Oh, yeah.
wine.
Well, those are the really three reds. Zinfandel, Syrah, Sangiovese that we do. And the white is the Viognier. That's a grand white, and we call it the red man's white.
Oh, okay. Now, what type of a grape that you use for that wine? Is it a blend of grapes, or is it a one specific?
Well, the Viognier is a variety.
Okay.
Yeah, as are the three reds. The only one we blend is, we call it Milan Rouge, and it's Zinfandel, Syrah, and Sangiovese blend.
Oh, what a beautiful taste.
Have you tasted it?
No, I haven't, but believe me.
We can do that.
I live out here. I will definitely come back and buy some.
Okay, well.
I would like to taste
Can you taste a little bit?
Yeah, Tommy and I can have a sip.
Why not?
Absolutely.
We can do that right now.
We're getting towards the end. Why not? Tommy?
That's right.
We'll toast to Milan.
Okay, we'll do the Milan Rouge first.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is the Milan Rouge, and you can see that's our specialty because it's
beautiful color.
Proprietary blend.
Okay, Tommy, ready?
Salute.
Salute. Beautiful.
What do you think?
I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
It's got a great bite to it, and I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice. You have the Zinfandel, which is a California wine, Croatian California wine.
Right.
You've got the Syrah, which is a Rhone variety, and the Sangiovese. So you got three different districts all in one, and I think it works nicely.
The bouquet is beautiful on this. Beautiful bouquet.
I like it. I like the nose. I like the nose.
What do you think? It's got the great nose. Yeah, that's what they call I say bouquet. It's nose, really. So what do you think, Tommy?
Want to try some of the other ones?
Only one more, because we're driving, so we get in trouble that way. You pick it.
How about the Zin?
All right, we'll have a little bit of Zin.
Okay, I think Tommy can handle it.
Tommy can handle it better than I can, believe me.
Just give me a little bit.
Very good.
Doesn't hurt anything.
Ah, very nice.
I have a little Zin.
That's very good.
Tommy wiped his out already.
Now, I understand, Milan, that the Zinfandel grapes came from Croatia to Italy.
Well, they came. The funny thing about the Zinfandel is it went all over. The Italian one is a cousin. The Zinfandel cuttings were brought to New York. They raised them in hot houses, and then they migrated to California, and it became a California grape. But they didn't know they knew the general region where it came from, but they didn't know exactly where it came from until about 2 or 3 years ago. They did DNA tests in Davis, couple of Croatian guys, and Carol Meredith did the DNA test, and
there we are.
It's conclusive.
Voila. So then we say salute and happiness.
Oh, Givili. Well, you have to have a little wine for that.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Just a little. Just a little.
You know, Milan.
Okay.
All right.
Here's a little Croatian lesson.
Tell me.
When I salute him, I say Živio.
Živio.
Živila.
Živila, because it's feminine.
Yes, and the two of you, Živili.
Živili.
Plural.
Živili. Let's get crocked, as they say in Italian.
Well, it's a good day for it. When are you guys off work?
We got to go to a few more wineries and stuff, and then he's got to go back and edit. But we both live out here.
Oh, okay.
As a matter of fact, Tommy is in the he's kind of related to the wine family because he lives out here, and he has a vineyard, a vineyard.
Where are you, Tom? Oh,
Fox Creek. There you go. Yeah, so he knows a lot a it. So it's great.
You're just down the road.
Yeah. Milan, thank you,
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming.
I'll come see you again soon.
Okay, you enjoy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Your name?
Natalie.
Natalie?
Bonnie.
And Bonnie. And are you local ladies?
No, we're from Tahoe, South Lake.
Wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful country up there. So did you come down just for this occasion?
Yes, we did. We come every year. We camp over at the 49ers campground, and there's 10 couples.
Good for you. So have you been hitting up all the wineries?
Yes, we have.
That's great.
We're on a bus.
You're in good shape?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you've done a good job, kid. You hide it well, as they say.
Thank you.
That's great. So how many years have you been doing this?
This is my second year.
And this is my fourth.
Wonderful. And you know, we have a lot of people we've even had people that are from out of the states, you know, England, Australia, and
he's Australian. You could talk to him.
There you go. And he's a 49er fan.
And he's a 49er fan.
Right up my alley, kid. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And what part of Australia are you from, sir?
Snowy Mountain.
Snowy, beautiful. So how did you become a 49er fan over in Australia?
I've been here a long time. I got trapped.
American women. See?
Those American women that just trapped.
And I bet you this is the trapper right here. Yeah. Well, you know what? You're better off over here with her. You better say yes.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 See,
good job, honey.
Yeah. You notice how just say yes.
Yes, just say yes.
That's it. So have you been over to Australia?
Yes.
Now they have wine over there. Am I correct?
A lot of it.
Yes. They're very good wine growers.
Very good wine growers.
Good different varieties of wine too.
Yes.
That's great. So let me ask you, up at Tahoe, do they do any wine up there? I think it's a little bit too cold.
It's too cold.
It's too cold, so you have to come down to visit us here.
There's Tahoe Ridge is in Gardnerville, which is down over the
hill.
Yeah.
Yes. I have family there.
Yeah.
Now, what is your favorite wine?
Chardonnay, and they don't have any in this wine tasting. So.
Oh well, there's
shows. And,
a lot of people.
I make two.
A lot of people that are girl just stick that straw in that bottle and go for it.
To go, yeah.
A lot of people like the Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very good wine, and so is Chardonnay.
Yeah.
I like the little white. I like the little sweeter ones, but they're very, very good. And yours, dear, what is your favorite?
I like the ports.
Very good.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first time I've had somebody say that, and I love the ports, the thickness of the port. You know, the whole body of the port.
Yes.
And
I'm not a big wine drinker, but I do like the port.
You hang around with her, you will be.
Well, I know.
I've been trying.
I've tried.
I've tried.
The ports I really like.
Ports are very, very good.
Yes.
Very good with desserts.
Yes.
Which is what they're supposed to be for. But just sipping. They're just a great a great taste, a full body taste, which is good. Well, ladies, I'm going to turn you loose.
Well, we like talking to us.
And thank you for visiting us from Tahoe. I really appreciate that. And bring back a big crew next time, and we'll have more fun.
We do every year.
Good. Thank you, girls. I appreciate it. I'm here with Matt. Matt, what a wonderful job you all have done on the renovation here. Can you tell us something about it?
Well, they took about 5 months, basically gutted the entire building, resurfaced everything, redid everything. We got with Sage Architects out of Sacramento. They just came and did a beautiful job. If you look at our ceiling, they used a lot of our old barrel staves. also incorporated that into the pool wall. So we went with a very modern kind of lounge, elegant feel to our new taste.
It's very elegant. It's beautiful.
Thank you. And we take a lot of pride in that, you see. It's just very posh, clean. It's also got that very inviting feel that you just kind of want to come, sit, hang out. You see, we really redid our entire landscaping as well. So we're also going to start doing a lot of events. Monday Night Football, we're open till 9 o'clock, so we're doing stuff like that. Thursday nights, we're also going to be doing a tapas event. So we're going to be doing tapas paired with different wines. On Saturday nights, we're going to start doing a family feast, dinner for two, basically.
When you said topless, that's not topless.
Not topless. I know I'm cute, but nobody wants to see this walking around shirtless.
That's cute. So, and then you're going to, Friday night, you have a family night.
Saturday night will be family night, yes. Great. So we're going to be open a little bit later, and we're going to be, just kind of trying to cater more to the public as well.
Great. We got to get the word out there and have everybody get out here.
Yes.
And to do that. But I know you're very busy, so I'm going to let you go and clean up that mess.
Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Scott
yes.
and at Hellwig, and what I'd like you to tell our viewers is, tell me something about this beautiful, magnificent place.
Well, we're Hellwig Winery, and we've been open for about a year and a half now. Opened up Memorial Day weekend of last year, and we're glad we were out here. And when we opened this facility, we wanted to kind of make a statement, provide something new for the locals, and also to get people from Sacramento and even the Bay Area to say, you know what, Amador County is a great place. We make great wines, and we built a 5,000 feet of wine caves, and where we store our barrels, and then we also do events down there.
Wow.
It's available to rent out for like personal uses, like for anniversaries, birthdays. You can also corporate events down here. And then where we're standing in now is our amphitheater, where we have a summer concert series. And we had about 5 bands last year. It's the end of the season for this year because of weather, but starting about June of next year, we'll start off the summer concert series.
Wonderful,
then too. Yeah.
wonderful. Well, I appreciate your time, and thank you very much. And we've been out here before, and it's a wonderful, wonderful
thank you
place.
very much.
Keep up the good work.
That's the plan.
Thank you, Scott. And what is your name?
Peggy.
Peggy. And Peggy, are you local?
I was for years, but I'm retired in Nevada. My daughter buys me a ticket every year.
Wonderful.
For my anniversary.
How exciting.
For the last 5 or 6 years.
Well, good for you, kid. I bet it's nice to come back home, huh?
Oh, it is.
And you've seen all the changes?
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful changes.
This is our first year at this one.
This is a great place. It's a great place, and they have these beautiful concerts here and everything.
Well, the terraces and the view.
Yes, the
is
view.
Amazing.
It's magnificent. So, do you get down often?
We come down for birthdays, holidays, stuff
Wonderful.
like that. And then, of
Wonderful.
course, this every year.
Absolutely. And what is your favorite wine?
What's that one we go to, Dusty? That I like all the wines so much?
No, what is your favorite wine to drink?
Oh, Frivolo.
Oh, really?
Frivolo?
Oh,
I don't know.
Ah.
That's wonderful. I'm a sweet wine drinker.
No, well, I could tell. You're a sweet girl. Honest to Pete. So anyway, my dear, thank you for coming and visiting us. I'm going to look for you next year. You're a happy lady.
I'll be here.
That a girl. God bless you. Take care. Well, we've had a brilliant day and a fantastic day out in the beautiful Shenandoah Valley. We've met so many wonderful people. I hope you enjoy all of the film that we have brought in you, and you have to come out to the Shenandoah Valley next year and to take in the Big Crush. With that, we will see you again soon, and be with us next year for the Big Crush.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. Amador This Week's Out and About has been proudly brought to you by Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort and by Richard Forrester, Supervisor, District 2.